Yo, y'all need to take a look at this. We got Joy Reid from CNN spreading misinformation per usual. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, but take a look.
Hey guys, just want to let you know that if Republicans in the House of Representatives shut down the government, do not be gaslit. This is Republicans' decision.
No, it's not.
They have the majority in the House. At this moment, they are the ones who have to approve a spending bill so the government does not shut down in a few days. And they are being ordered not to approve that spending bill by this guy, Elon Musk, who does not have a role in Congress and who has no authority over them. But he's really rich, and essentially the implied threat is that if they don't obey him, who again is not an elected official in the United States government and has no supervisory authority over members of Congress, if they don't do what he says, the implication is he will spend unlimited amounts of money to primary them out of their jobs. And that is the biggest fear of politicians, that they will have to find another job, even though theoretically they could totally find another job. But he is telling them, do not pass the continuing resolution to keep the government open. The question is, will they obey? And here is Hakeem Jeffries, who is the minority leader in the House. Democrats are not in the majority in the House, so he is the minority leader. Okay, he is saying the following. House Republicans have been ordered to shut down the government, and he means by Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and hurt the working class Americans they claim to support. And now he speaks directly to Republicans. You break the bipartisan agreement, you own the consequences that follow. What he's saying is absolutely true. If Republicans choose to break the agreement that Mike Johnson, the current Speaker of the House, well, Speaker technically because he seems to be convening with Elon Musk, who is an unelected, foreign-born billionaire, to talk to him about what he should do in a job the American people are paying Mike Johnson to do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Essentially, is Mike Johnson taking orders from Elon Musk and Donald Trump? I don't know. But the reality is, if there is no agreement to keep the government open, that is the responsibility of Republicans.
All right, now let's see what Vivek has to say.
Congress is about to pass a bill that blows away your taxpayer money, but they made it over 1,500 pages long so you wouldn't read it. I did you a favor. I read it for you.
It's supposed to be about keeping government operations open and providing disaster relief aid to hurricane victims, which I'm sympathetic to. But if you read the bill carefully, it contains pay raises for members of Congress, and I'm not making this up, an expansion of their federal health benefits. It contains all kinds of special interests and pork funding, including opening up a new stadium in Washington, D.C. It renews the Global Engagement Center, which is a key node of the censorship industrial complex. And the worst part is, they didn't want you to know about any of it, and that's why they made this a last-minute jam job. The reason I'm co-heading DOGE is I think we need outsiders to bring actual accountability to Washington, D.C. So feel free to call your congressman and let him know how you feel about it.
And Jesse Waters breaks it down even further.
And Congress just got caught trying to put $100 billion on our credit card. How long does $100 billion last? Probably all year, right? No, 2.5 months. And then they do it all again. Look at this. Look how many pages this is. It's 1,500 pages. They released it last night. We're supposed to read it and vote on it today. But no one read it, except us. They tried to write into law that no one's allowed to look at Congress's emails. So if I get a subpoena, you get a subpoena, we have to hand our emails over. But Congress, if they get a subpoena, they don't have to. So if Trump wants to investigate the January 6th committee to find out what happened, you can't see the politicians' emails. If Nancy's texting Paulie P. about investment opportunities, no one's allowed to see it. Congress just tried to write a law that puts them above the law. I thought no one was above the law. Didn't they say that all last year? Congress is also funding a censorship program. They're giving money to the State Department to censor things that they don't like online. We're funding Congress to take away our free speech. And remember, vax mandates. They're back. Congress is funding more vax mandates. You know, for the next pandemic. The section of the bill is called Pandemic Preparedness. Gain of function, you know, the risky experiments that flew out of Wuhan and killed 1 million of us. Congress is trying to fund gain-of-function research again. I'm sure not here in America. I'm sure we funded it to some other country like Ukraine or China, somewhere in Africa. 12 new biolabs that won't leak, they swear. $3 million to test the inspection of molasses. Not to test the molasses, to inspect the inspectors. Have we been having trouble with bad molasses? Was there a molasses recall that I missed? Instead of inspecting the inspectors, why don't the first line of inspectors just do their job? $15 million to make recycling more accessible. It's not accessible now. Everywhere you look, there's a blue bin. When you throw something out, there's like 5 different little bins, and you're analyzing what goes in which one. Does this go in this bin? This recycling all goes to the same place anyway. Half the plastics in landfills. And $100 million goes to migrant farm workers. Why don't the farms pay the migrants? Not sure. Gavin's vineyard needs us to pay his migrants to pick his grapes. He's not making enough money from wine. He needs a subsidy. Why are we paying for Gavin Newsom to get paid? He can't get paid without our help. Must not be very good wine. But I'm willing to test it if he sends me some. And this is a 5-year, $100 billion contract. Once this thing passes, Doge can't touch it. Oh, and they're keeping Kamala's electric bus program.
What?
Kamala lost, but her earmark didn't. No one cares about electric buses, remember?
Haven't you always wanted an electric bus charging station?
Hell no.
Yeah, Joy Reid is pathetic. I love how she was like, don't be gaslit, and then proceeds to gaslight everyone. Listen, the reason why the bill's not going to get passed is because it's trash. She's putting all the onus on Republicans when the bill is 1,500 pages and stuff with a lot of shit that doesn't really benefit the American people. How much more disingenuous can you be?
Stupid.
Nobody's going to read all that, unless you're Vivek. Do you read your terms and services before signing a document?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. She also kept bringing up how they have no authority.
Well, I guess the Department of Government Efficiency means nothing. Fuck the task in the job description, right?
Elon is doing exactly what Trump wanted him to do. Corrupt-ass government. Give me a break. This is why CNN's ratings have significantly dropped. Okay, I'm done with this.